What up, everyone? I'm Heatfire, and in today's video, we're talking about the pink tax and why it's more expensive for women than it is for men. And also, at the end of the video, I have a special skit from TikTok to wrap this whole thing up. Alright, let's get it. Okay, so I have an article coming from lux.com. This is a long one. I tried to narrow it down as much as I possibly can. I can't. Alright, it's a long video. I didn't want to make a long video, but hey, this is what you get. There's 15 reasons. We're gonna get through them as fast as I can. This might be like a 15-16 minute video. I'll try not to do this one again. Alright, so it says 15 reasons why it's more expensive to be a woman. Alright, again, this is from lux.com. This was taken March of this year, 2022. And it says pink tax. This is the first one. It says, let's start at the beginning. Before we get product specific, it's time to look at one of the underlying expenses that drives up the price of many products women use. This is called pink tax. It's a form of gender-based price discrimination, aptly named after many companies' favorite color to associate with women products. The Economic Committee of Consumers Affairs in the U.S. found that 42% of total goods and services sold are exposed to price discrimination against women. That means that 4 in 10 items in store have pricing that costs more for the female version than aimed at the men. Sometimes it is a literal tax product marketed to women, attracted a higher tax amount or import duty. A trade lawyer named Michael Cohn discovered import tax code bias and sued the U.S. government. He started his mission in 1999, and more than 20 years on, he has not yet overturned this unfair tax. But he continues to fight the fight. While we're on the subject, and before the trolls fill up the comments, when we talk about products for men and for women, we are really just referring to products or brands that are traditionally marketed to women and men. So yeah, that's basically what this article is. So let's get to the point on this one. So the first one is pink tax. Second one is hair removal. All right. It says, when it comes to hair, when it goes, where it goes, and how to manage it between men and women, there couldn't be more different rules. One thing is for sure though, when it comes down to the volume of area, women are meant to keep hair free. There is an incredible amount more hair removal in women's grooming routine, which makes it more expensive. Well, I don't know. I mean, I beg to differ. I got a bald head underneath this beanie. I do have to shave. I do have to keep this up. So if I go to the 99-cent store and buy a razor blade, okay, which I'm probably going to use about 2 times, because the third time the razors suck after that. Women shouldn't have any problem going to the 99-cent store. I know there's Venus. I understand that, but keep it cheap. This is hair. It's gonna continue to grow. You don't need expensive razor blades. Just go to the 99-cent store, buy that shit over and over again. The blades is what's gonna get you. All right. It says more alarming. It is that not only do women have more area to cover or uncover, our hair removal products like razors cost more. The New York City Department of Consumer Affairs conducted a study that found that women's razors cost around 11% more than men's razors. Buy cheap ones. Then there are removal techniques like creams, wax, or more permanent solutions like laser. All of these costs mounting ever higher. Yes, they do cost more. This is just a part of life that we have to upkeep. I have to upkeep it my damn self, so I don't have a problem with it. Hey, women, buy the cheap shit. You don't need the expensive stuff. Alright, hair improvement. Once the unwetted hair is removed, what remains needs to be in pristine condition. This includes salon cutting and styling, straightening, coloring, washing, and conditioning. More home styles with tools like hair dryers and straighteners, which few men will ever own. Yeah. More products to keep curly, straight, tasseled, or silky, and all of this at 40% higher than the price of the same items marketed at men, according to the according to some New York Consumer Affairs study. An investigation into hair price differences found that in the UK, across 5 top salon chains, women's haircuts alone cost €16.80 higher than men's, regardless of a woman's hair length. I don't know, maybe they just want more special treatment than a man would. I don't know, special shampoos. That's just my guess. Number 4 is deodorant. At shelf level, it might seem that deodorants for men and women are priced roughly the same. If you look closely, that's not the case in most countries. Men's deodorant sticks and sprays are much larger than a woman's equivalent, which makes the latter expensive. In a 2011 study in the Gender Issues Journal, the differences were laid bare. Women's deodorants cost $1.44 more per ounce of deodorant, compared with the $1.15 for men, a 20% increase. But aren't men's deodorants stronger, you ask? Well, no. They actually contain the same ingredient in the same ratios. So until pricing catches up with us in the 21st century, a hack for women is to buy unscented men's deodorant. And there's the solution right there. Buy unscented men's deodorant. All right? You don't have to get the female version if it costs more. Maybe it does cost more. I don't know. 5, the grooming gap. Put aside a wage gap for a minute, if you will. There is no wage gap. All right. And let's take a look at the grooming gap. This is the large discrepancy between the number of grooming products men use compared to women. It is true that studies prove that more attractive people earn higher, but this is almost negated by the amount of money that women have to spend to achieve what is understood as attractive. Hair removal, makeup, hairstyling, large wardrobes so as not to recycle outfits too often, and we can go on. By contrast, men's grooming is simpler, quicker, and more importantly, cheaper. So that extra income for just being a hottie goes right into the pocket of the male. Okay. Whereas the female will basically just be funding her grooming routine to maintain a higher wage. I don't know. You don't have to look like a bum, but I'm sure it's not that expensive. Groupon studied the spending habits of British women and found that over their lifetime, the average woman spends €70,000 on their appearance. That's everything from manicures to cosmetic surgery to gym memberships. Number 6 is makeup. It's time to talk about the elephant in the room, makeup. A woman's secret weapon in her arsenal, but also a cumbersome part of her routine and an expensive stock to maintain. Apart from the news anchors, few men don a full face of makeup every day. We hear you, troll. There is always an exception, we know. Well, yeah, shit. Wear the makeup, I guess. Or you don't have to wear the makeup. The fake up, which I call it. Alright, you don't have to wear it, but if you feel it makes you feel more secure and confident, go for it. Us men, we don't have to worry about that, true. But the solution for women is just don't wear it. Just don't wear it. Alright, if we like you, we're gonna like you for that reason, not because you have the makeup on, which is gonna come off eventually. Then we have to see what you look like anyways, you know. So yeah, there's your solution right there. Moreover, most women have experienced a difference in reception when they wear makeup. When they wear makeup to when they don't. It goes along the lines of you look tired if they don't have it on. Oh, some women look completely terrible without makeup on. Absolutely terrible. But again, you don't have to wear it, alright? If the man's gonna like you, he's gonna like you, alright? But no matter what your political views on makeup, it costs a fortune, and the exception on women to look picture perfect from daybreak till midnight is real. Not all makeup is created equal. The less you pay, the more you use, or the longer it lasts, the more you pay. The one common trait, you pay. Alright, I wouldn't know about that, but okay, there we go. 7. Clothes aimed at women are often more expensive than men's clothing too. Levi's 501 jeans for a woman cost 46% more than the same waist and leg length for men, according to the Times. And in Topshop, a white roll sleeve t-shirt will set a woman back €12, while the same item in Top Men costs just €8. According to one study, women's clothes cost an average of 8% more than men's. You might think that is because of the construction and detail in women's clothes compared to men. But the same study showed that the differences in price was set by retailers, not manufacturers, and that is more linked to women's willingness to pay higher prices for clothing than men. Yowzers. Well, I don't know, that might just be a psychological thing. Maybe a woman thinks if she looks at a cheaper product, all right, even if it's a good product, she won't go for it. As opposed to her seeing, a more expensive product, she's gonna think, it's worth it because of the price tag. When really, it could run out just as fast, or like makeup or the clothing. She's gonna think the material's better. But it couldn't. It doesn't really have to be the case. But us men, we can go somewhere and if something's $11, $12, hey, we'll buy that. We don't have a problem with that. If it's more expensive, then you better believe, hey, we're going to expect that you don't have better material. But for a woman, I think it comes more down to a bias thing when it comes to pricing, not so much, of material that it's made out of. Okay, so number 8, dry cleaning. Dry cleaning. You might have been taken to the cleaners by your dry cleaners. On average, a woman and men's t-shirt have completely different pricings. Although women's shirts are smaller, they are expensive. They are at least double the price at most dry cleaners. So if a men's t-shirt costs $2, a woman's shirt costs $4. That means that doesn't sound like a big deal, maybe, but over 30 years of once a month dry cleaning, that equates to about $750 for men, is around $1,500 for women. What might surprise you even more is that we're talking about a stock standard cotton shirt. Add special fabrics, silk, sequins, or other embellishments you often find on women's shirts, and you're looking at added costs. Yeah, the prettier the better, right? Number 9, feminine hygiene. A study by Antimina, I don't know if I pronounced that correctly, showed that women will spend on average $6,000 more on menstrual-related products in their lifetime. These are unavoidable and unsolicited expenses, but in most countries, these are still taxed as a luxury item in the same category as chocolate or perfume or alcohol, instead of being taxed at more affordable essential tax rates. These are just the short-term costs. Many girls who aren't able to afford these feminine hygiene products miss school once a month, so the long-term effects is missing out on valuable education that could set girls up for life. All right. So when it comes to the feminine hygiene portion, yeah, I do understand there will be a tax for that. It's not your fault. It's just something that we have to go through in life. I mean, women have to pay for that. Us men, I mean, shit, we're looked at as a damn wallet. so I mean, I guess it evens out in that way, right? Go figure. 10, transport. In most countries, walking to where you need to be isn't an option for a woman because of the safety risks. This is, of course, if you are able to walk a decent distance in shoes you are wearing. But to get around safely, women have to opt for more expensive forms of transportation than their male counterparts. No, because us men, we don't want to walk every damn where too. If we have a car, we have a car. If we have to Uber, we have to Uber. All right. Taking taxis, Uber, or other driving services are often a necessity and not a luxury when public transportation isn't safe enough. Transport can form one of the biggest expenses in women's monthly budgets. This must be alluring to a woman's safety. Transport doesn't have to be more expensive because you're female as opposed to you being a man. Again, I'm just going to think this is a safety concern. Us men, we still have to, be concerned about our safety also. So we're both in that same boat when it comes to that. So transportation, nah. And shit, yeah, nah. We're not gonna walk everywhere too, we don't expect women to walk everywhere too. We're in that same boat. 11, contraception. Worldwide, women are almost always responsible for costs of contraception. Whatever method they use, women foot the bill. Although many pharmacy chains have promised to make a cheaper version of contraception available, it hasn't materialized. Alternatively, there still remains a stigma around contraception. So where there might be a free contraception available, it comes with a heavy helping of judgment and condemnation. Over her lifetime, the average woman will foot the bill for hundreds and thousands of dollars of contraception, and ironically, when it fails, the cost of her account mostly too. But more on that later. I'm gonna say the contraception for a woman is shit. A lot of women aren't using them anyways. What's that thing in the arm? The IUD or whatever. There's that option. Most women don't want to get their tubes tied. Most women just don't want to stay in some sex. So when it comes to contraception, I'm gonna say us men, we carry that burden. Condoms. Most men don't go Roskies, so they're gonna wear condoms. Giving up to the woman, I'm gonna say she's not gonna want to protect herself sexually. That's just been my experience. Okay, so number 12, home loans. The Journal of Real Estate Finances and Economics published a study in 2011 which showed empirically that home loans are more expensive for women than men. The average mortgage interest rate for a woman was almost 0.5% higher than for a man. In comparison, when men with equal credit scores are qualifying factors, women receive a 0.4% higher interest rate from lenders. Surprisingly, this time isn't a case of gender discrimination by banks, but rather a gender. I don't know about this one, but okay. Character traits. Women are more likely to take a recommendation from a friend when selecting a home loan, whereas men tend to only look at the lowest rate when choosing a lender. 0.4% might not seem like a lot when you sign up, but over the average of 30-year term for a mortgage, this means paying $26,000 more than men. So this is where it's a good time to shop around, ladies. Again, I don't know. Maybe it has to do with the way women think, the bias thing. The more expensive the APR, the better. I don't know, but as far as them being discriminatory towards women when it comes to buying a house, damn, I don't know. I mean, shit, shouldn't there be lawsuits about this? There should be. I should be hearing about them. If that's the case. All right, number 13, health costs. A number of health associated costs makes it expensive for the woman to maintain good health and compared to men. We have already mentioned menstrual care and birth control, but that's not all. Most healthcare providers recommend annual gynecology visits, including mammary scans. Another expense that women rack up the cost in childbirth and associated pregnancy costs like prenatal classes and postnatal checkups. Women are more likely to be responsible for the medical care of their children too. So on top of their own care, they have the health costs of the children. I'm going to disagree with that one. Health costs, I'm going to say the men bear the responsibility for the health costs for the kids, okay? Because I do that, all right? I bear the responsibility for the health care of my kids. Their mother doesn't take care of that, I do. As far as her own health care, I don't care. You know, that's her own business. Gynecologies and everything like that, you know, shit, yeah, healthcare. I mean, if the men and women are together, he's going to be taking care of that anyways. If she's single, then she's going to rely on the county, you know, unless she's got a good job, and then she's going to use that health insurance. But health costs, that goes for men and women also. But again, I'm going to say the burden of performance goes on the men when it comes to this. It says 14, cars. As if it can't get any worse, women are also paying more for cars. The American Economic Review found that car dealers made the first offers that were $2,000 lower to white men than to white women. 2 out of 5 white males received a better offer straight off the bat than women received after 40 minutes of bargaining. This study was conducted originally in 2001, but many experts agree that these unwritten rules of the motor trade still prevail. That's just like when women go to a mechanic. You know, they're gonna get screwed over because they don't know what's wrong with their car. The mechanic's gonna upsell them on some things, unnecessary things, and chances are when they're gonna go for it, as opposed to a man, he's gonna be like, you know, thinking logically, like, this doesn't make any sense. So, you know, maybe they are getting played when they go to a car dealership and get another car. Another thing that comes to my mind is, you know, maybe women might be better drivers, but they do get into accidents more. I mean, I've been hit by 2 women just this year, a week apart, literally a week apart. I got hit by, my car was stationary, or I'm in my car and I'm getting backed into twice. And women. So yeah, again, maybe women are more safe when it comes to driving, but accidents, yeah, I'm gonna give the accidents to the women. 15, mommy tax. All right. Now that you know that everything is costing women a whole lot more than their male equivalent, it's time to address the real problem. Women earn a lot less. This hasn't got to do with performance, qualifications, or experience, but rather is dished out to women regardless of their delivery. The pay gap is largely due to a lower value given to women in a workforce when they become mothers. It is a subtle punishment for the inconvenience that accompany of having children. Accompany for having children. On the converse, when men have children, it actually benefits their career. I don't know, maybe they are more likely to be promoted, given a raise in performance businesses. There is no economic punishment for men when they have children. Oh yes, there is. It's called child support. Better believe it. Over the long term, a woman's career, this can have hundreds of thousands of dollars missing in wealth. And that's it. That's all 15 reasons why it's more expensive to be a woman. And I'm going to show a quick skit from TikTok. I thought it was hilarious. I'll share it with you guys. This comes from Folks Love AK. All right, so check this out. I think you'll enjoy it.
Knock, knock.
Oh, you're here, Bet.
Yep. Yeah, I was waiting on you. I saved up. There. Smooth little something, something.
Mm-hmm. All right, then.
Yep, all right. Merry Christmas. I'm here for the holiday cheer. Yeah, here. Yup.
Happy holidays.
Mm-hmm. My brother. Happy V-Day. Show me some love. Damn. Yeah, here. Appreciate it.
Yeah, whatever.
It's been another year, my boy. God damn, not even 30. Huh. Happy anniversary, man.
At least that was the last one for a while, because god damn.
Not quite. Slide some. Who even are you? Nah, get your fake ass out of here.
Fake. I'm real. What you talking about?
Nah, you not finna trick me with that social media shit.
Your brain
Blah, flu, fly. Fuck out of here.
Oh shit, that was funny. So anyway, yeah, that's basically what it's like for us dudes when a woman comes into our life. It's give me money. You know, it's part of the pink tax too. I'll say that. All right, so anyway, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and leave it there. You like the video? Give it a like, comments, share with your friends, and subscribe. I'll catch you guys next time. Leave.